All right, let's talk about Spencer Rattler of the New Orleans Saints. We got to see his third preseason performance. I made film studies on the first two, so figured I should make one on this one as well, as it was an interesting game here against the Tennessee Titans. A lot of it was more simple stuff, things like this, where it's going to be a cover three zone play. You see they're going to run a play action, then just have a receiver kind of go over the middle. Hopefully the play action brings linebackers in, and Rattler can throw over the top. When Rattler takes the snap, he runs this play action, and right here, you're going to see that, this play's working. Again, this is the thing of playing in the preseason when you're not necessarily going up against starters. You do get some of these types of situations where guys are wide open. But if you look at Rattler, to his credit, he is already into throwing motion. So, again, you can't control how difficult the situation is going to be. You can't control how open, you can control a little bit how open guys are going to be. But for the most part, it's a team sport. There's only so much control you have over stuff like that. But still, you want to make sure you're executing properly, even if it's an easy play. Rattler does, in fact, make that throw, and I definitely think that these types of plays, as simple as they may be, can give you some confidence. If Rattler does have to come in and play, he can at the very least do some things, right? He's not going to be a complete mess out there. We have seen guys come into the league and play and really just not give their team even a chance. I think at least Rattler can give his team a chance by being able to convert on these plays. This play is an interesting one, though. It's going to be a man coverage concept that the Titans are in, and you see the route on the screen that Rattler is going to look towards. A route faking as though it's going toward the sideline, but eventually going over the middle. However, when Rattler takes the snap, he's going to look in that direction, but there is pressure, and I gotta be honest, you could argue maybe this pressure. It's weird, because there was sort of this pressure coming from the offense's left, so he kind of wanted to get away from that pressure, but in doing so, has almost ran himself directly into another defensive lineman. I think you could argue how much of this is his fault, how much of this isn't his fault, but either way, Rattler is going to make a off-balance throw here. However, it's a good one. He is able to get the ball over there, shows arm strength to get the ball over there, and they're able to pick up a decent completion right there. Unfortunately, not enough for a first down, but hey, it gives you a chance to go for it on fourth down. There were some flags down, so that changed everything. But had there been no flags, giving you a chance to go for it on fourth down is certainly a positive on a play like that. And again, kind of shows it was not an easy play to make by him, which is the main thing. Something like this, another example where it's going to be a zone coverage concept, and the route you see on the screen is a route that can certainly work against this coverage. You can see how, right, getting underneath the safety, but past the players who are more over the middle, can get into a gap in coverage, potentially into end zone. So Rattler's definitely going to take a look there on a 3rd down and 12. If it's not open, don't be afraid to throw it away. Make sure you get 3 points, but certainly if it is open, you want to get more than 3 points. Watch how when Rattler takes the snap, he's going to look in that direction and fire in that direction. And as of right here, there's a window. It's not a huge window for sure. The safety's coming in trying to make a play, so he's going to have to, usually you want to get this ball there quickly. You see Rattler's had a bit more air under it, but the advantage is that he timed it really well and he threw it perfectly accurate, and they were able to get a touchdown. So not a huge window, but a big enough window to make it work. I do think you do have to wonder on a play like this, if it is an NFL starting caliber safety, does he get over there and make the play? Perhaps. But again, the guys he's going up against are still good players. These are, all the guys that are getting cut as I'm recording this video are college football all-stars that just aren't quite good enough to make the NFL, So, this is good stuff by Rattler. It is. Also, his mobility was good in this game, I thought. It's a man coverage concept. It's a cover one blitz, actually. So, okay, simple enough. Well, let's see how things go. Rattler is going to take the snap, he runs a play action, and he doesn't love what he sees down the field, but there is a window for him to potentially use his mobility, as I set up at the beginning of talking about this play. So, that's what Rattler is going to do. He is going to get outside the pocket. He continues to look down the field, which I like, but eventually, says, let's just try and run and pick up some yards. All this stuff is good. It's not going to stay good, though, because really for Rattler at this point, get out of bounds or don't, but he kind of goes half and half here. Watch him sort of keep jogging, which results in an extra push right there. That's if you're jogging on the sideline right there, unless you're Mahomes, you're not going to get a flag for something like that. Let's be honest. Again, no shame and like you're currently a third string quarterback trying to make a name for yourself by taking the extra hit, I would totally understand that. But then take the extra hit, try to pick up the yards. Here he wasn't picking up yards and took the extra hit. So again, not the best ending to a play. That was still good though. Use his legs to gain some yards. And then the deep ball stuff was good in this game. Like something like this, it's a man coverage concept, a cover one blitz right here. And the route that Rattler is going to look at is going to be the deep route towards his left. That's where he's going to be paying attention to, which again, these routes can often work against these types of coverages, only a single safety deep, and a safety is lined up towards the offense's right. And since Rattler's looking towards his left, that makes it even a higher chance of converting. So when Rattler takes the snap, that is the direction he's going to look, and he is going to fire in that direction. And again, you see why. There is a bit of a window. It's nothing wide open, but this is a chance that I think is definitely worth taking by Rattler. And I would say this throw was pretty good. Like, it was kind of a weird read on it by the receiver. It felt like he had a chance at it, though. Like, that's certainly a catchable ball by Rattler, and certainly one that I would say this was a good job by him. Read the play right, put the ball in a good position. It just didn't quite work out. Later on, he had this one, which was actually, not as tough of a throw, but he was still able to get a big completion there. Maybe a bit behind the receiver, but he was kind of under pressure as well. But, almost a touchdown on that one. So, yeah, the deep ball stuff was working in this one. So, yeah, as a whole, how do I evaluate this performance? It was good. I thought it was very good by Spencer Rattler. I'm going to give it even an 8 out of 10 feels pretty fair in my opinion. Definitely not the highest degree of competition, and a lot of his throws that he made were more easy throws, but still, it's good to make those, and he did make some difficult throws as well. I saw some people online saying that they thought that Derek Carr, maybe he's not so secure in his job as we thought he was. I think Derek Carr is fine. I don't think that Spencer Rattler is going to overtake the job. I certainly don't think that from what we've seen, you would look at it and say Spencer Rattler is the better prospect or better player now. Now, maybe it's a Raiders situation last year where they're like, this is kind of a lost season. We don't think that there's a huge jump between Rattler and Carr. Let's play the younger guy. You could go with that, although Rattler isn't that young. I think that, for me, my light changed. I have a little red thing covering part of it, and that fell off. That's why my background just got whiter for a second. But, I think Derek Carr is probably still the guy, because I don't think Rattler was perfect this postseason, but did have a really nice final game. So, those are kind of my thoughts on all of this. But, yeah, that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.